The Nasarawa Investment and Development Agency, (NASIDA), is a one-stop shop for all investments in the state.
The first reading.
Passed by an act of parliament and signed into law in December 2020, the organization has been fully operational in the last 1 year. It was created to drive the economic blueprint of the Abdullahi Sule administration. Abdullah Ibrahim is the managing director of the agency. He shares his thoughts on the successes recorded by the Abdullahi Sule administration.
Very important to note that over the past 3 years of coming to office of Governor Abdullahi Sule, we have closed significantly 13 public-private partnership projects. We have implemented over 8 significant business environment initiatives. This has attracted over 500 million United States dollars in investments, both domestic and foreign, into key sectors of the state.
Since it began operation, NASIDA has succeeded in attracting several investments into the state. Prominent among them is the Technology Village, situated in Asopada village of Kara local government of the state. A groundbreaking ceremony was recently carried out at the project site by the governor. The project, when completed, is expected to provide shelter, boost the economy, and create employment for the ever-growing population of the state.
All we are trying to do here is to ensure that we don't take Nasarawa state money into this kind of project. Rather, we bring our own equities in various forms. And that is what we are doing in this PPP. We brought our various equities in here, and then we use the money from Taj Bank in order to develop it. Because that's what the wise men today do. The world has changed.
It's a robust partnership that includes housing, technology center, technology commercial spaces, MSME center, schools, hospital. So it's a live, work, play environment. We are also leveraging the Nasarawa Technology Village to take advantage for Nasarawa State to play a prominent role in Nigeria's fast developing tech economy.
Okay, well, it's a very huge project, as you know. We're looking at 2,000 units of housing. So automatically 2,000 families are going to get accommodation. And we have various categories from 1 bedroom to 2 bedroom, so we're starting from the lowest of the low, affordable social housing, and then all the way to about 25 million for bigger families. So in terms of job creation, you're looking at not less than 50,000 direct jobs are going to be created from that activity, because for every one house you're building, you need more than 10 people, to construct that house. And if you multiply that, the downline is just too amazing. The economic activity in the Nasarawa corridor, the Kari corridor, as we call it, is going to pick up. There are a lot of people that, will be gainfully employed, and it's going to have a lasting legacy and impact on the society at large.
But one of the things that really struck my mind when I saw that is the idea that this is an administration that set out a plan in its economic development strategy that is not just sitting on the shelf. This plan is being implemented. And the more we see it of not just your typical agricultural investment, the more you see of His Excellency wanting to drag the state into the 21st century by creating a space for new companies, new generation ideas to incubate, which is what I believe the technology village is going to do. Again, is another hallmark of the sort of shifts that we have seen in Nasarawa over the last
fortunes to them.
Living here for long, so we are very happy for what governor want to do here, to develop here for us, because during the time here is bush, we have many challenges within these areas. Thieving people around 8 o'clock, you can't pass here. 9, they will be robbing Okadas, killing Okadas inside bush here. So we thank God for him. If he can develop here for us, at least those things will not happen here again.
We thank God for His Excellency, our Governor, Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, for his project he has been doing. So we appreciate him. And but me, I request him, whenever he want to develop here, get us our own chance where we go sit down. They take our own small money where we they take. Let it not pursue us from here, Gabadia, not all in all. Get our own chance because we appreciate it. Even not without us, our children will come and partake the project he has been doing.
No, in fact, as we are here for long, this place is a bush. That's number one. And then we are grateful because the place will become a developed area. And then people that they are here, like we were here for long, as a tipper workers here, as I'm a chairman in this place, and I believe say yes, we are part of our work. As our workers, we use our motors and then we get our daily bread. And the people that they are from far, even our children here, I hope that maybe they will get job here. If it should be possible for us.
About this governor project for this also a pada. We are happy to see the development that will come for this ASO, because many things will come for this ASO. The many development, many work, many projects will come ahead of this.
Just like the technology village, the agency has attracted investors for the establishment of retail and recreational center in Karo. The groundbreaking ceremony was recently conducted by the governor. He is hopeful that the venture would boost the revenue of the state and revamp economic activities in Karo International Market.
Our strategy of engagement to leverage on our proximity to the federal capital actually have given us a number of projects and investments that were mentioned. And here especially the Karo Retail and Recreational Center is a significant offering, both for economic, social impact, while being totally in line with our Nasarawa economic development strategy.
The mall Karo shall feature ShopRite as the retail anchor and a well-balanced tenant mix of indigenous and international food retail chains, restaurants, electronic and gadget stores, fashion retailers, pharmacies, and other line tenants. The proposed project site here hosts over 50 matured trees that has grown all over the years. And in our commitment to the environment, we shall preserve the ecological footprint of this project site by retaining the mature trees and introducing an expansive recreational park and children's playground, positioned to offer families and friends a place that they can call their own, a community park that they can call theirs.
The governor is a businessman. He comes from a business perspective. And to have such opportunity, unless somebody is connected, and we know it is his vast knowledge in terms of business, that's why he can be able to link up and connect and bring investors. Until the environment itself is secured for you to come and settle down and do business. And that is the kind of atmosphere that the governor has provided for the people of Karo. That is why those investors are taking advantage of the population that we have in Karo, because there is nothing that cannot be consumed from the vicinity we are living in. The dense population, people from Abuja, at times they felt it's even better for them to come and do some shoppings here because of the rate of the shops. They may have discount in some things because Abuja, everybody knows that those are area bourgeoisies, those who have money. And now coming here, no matter what, there's differences in some prices of some things. And that shop price, a lot of youths are going to be employed there.
The Cairo Mega Bus Terminal and its replica in Lafia have been completed and ready for inauguration. The state government has concessioned the 3.1 billion naira project through a joint venture agreement with Diamond Strides. The firm would control and manage the bus terminals, while the National Transport Service would take charge of the transit scheme.
It's an all-inclusive project that will see both the Nasarawa Transport Company, other private companies, the various unions, Union of Road Transport Workers, NATO, Return, Motorcycle Union, KK operators, and a host of other well-meaning associations of transport workers, transport stakeholders in the industry. So it's a robust framework and it's a win-win situation. We've been able to use our assets, the terminals, to start off a new venture that used to operate in the state but was not sustainable because government was the one financing it and operating it, and government is not good in doing business. But this time around, the governor is doing things differently by bringing in
it's one of these infrastructures that we're hoping to have. Definitely, there will be a lot of changes because with this bus terminal, like illegal parking and all of those things on the road is going to be reduced. And I believe with this, a lot of good things is going to happen to Nigerians, like the kind of reducing their stresses and some of those, a lot of. In fact, when you talk about employment and all of that, I believe with this, 1 or 2 people are going to be employed. It's
a welcome development, actually, because for this project to have been completed within a short period of time, this is a very good one, especially for Nasarawa and Cairo local government. And I can remember some years ago, this place happens to be a hoodlums hiding places, which the province government has been promising and promising, and thank God it has come to pass.
I see it's creating job opportunity for those that are into transport and those that are also planning to go into transport, because if you know that you have passengers here, you will definitely bring your car to here for easy access to passengers.
The bus terminal is a very, very nice idea, and it's a very good development that was being brought by the governor of the state. People appreciate it. Looking at it, by the grace of God, we are looking at maybe with this now, it will reduce the congestion in this very area, and it will ease people movement from one place to the other. That is my own view. And the issue of the hold-up, by the grace of God, looking at it, that's why the fact that it was too narrow to the road. But by at the entrance, it shows the sign that maybe with this, the hold-up may not be too much in this place, and people will have their free movement.
The commercial drivers are also happy with the project.
We are very happy because from the beginning, the place was local. Now we have developed here, and we are proud of it. Now we are in a global system of work. So we are very happy for this thing that they introduced for our site.
due to the terminal bus park that he did, actually we are very proud of him, and a lot of people, they will benefit on it. A lot of you, they will benefit on it. No matter how you are, no matter how business you are, no matter if you are driving, if you have vehicle that is loading, at least you will benefit of this park, because it's almost national park that is containing a lot of people, a lot of vehicles, a lot of buses. Actually, we are proud of the governor.
Going by its desire to have an industrialized state, the state government partnered with the power merchant to provide electricity for Rukubi, a community in Doma. The major preoccupation of locals in this community is farming. They require this electricity to process and preserve their agricultural produce.
About 12 villages have now been electrified. These are the kinds of investors that the governor continues to encourage to come into the state to ensure that our people benefit and also enjoy the dividends of democracy.
So the project for us, it's sustainability is key. Smart solutions is key. In fact, those are the two pillars that we operate in: sustainable and smart solutions. And for us, renewable energy is critical. Our solutions are predominantly solar, but then with also battery backup and also biomass. And so obviously from the name Power, it is from husk, which is the waste that you get from rice husk. And that was how the company started in India over 13 years ago, generating biomass power for rural communities, to help in electrification, and then over time solar was added. So for us, it's also a consideration that we're strongly looking at in a state like Nasarawa State.
Nasida was also handy in attracting investors for the much talked about Karo Peninsula.
For many years, this partnership was not couldn't be unlocked by the state. We were thankful to the vision of His Excellency and his leadership from the front in ensuring that a partnership is negotiated that creates a joint venture with Nasarawa State government and the investor to develop what will be known as the Peninsula Hills. It's going to be an integrated housing project that has schools, worship centers, commercial areas in that area. We were hopeful that this will be the first organized living in that area. Construction has commenced. The investor has moved to site. It is our hope that the first phase of the project can be completed towards the end of the year.
The agency has attracted several investors in the agricultural sector. They include the Asma Rice Farm and the Flour Mills Sugar Refinery in total local government. Residents of the local government are optimistic that the projects would bring better fortunes to them.
It is not really agriculture. It's expanding a lot of scopes, marketing, production. A lot will happen. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed, hoping for the best to happen, and knowing fully well that wherever there's investments, there's development.
What Governor Abdullahi Sule is doing is opening up the state for investors, business people to come and participate, because that is the most sustainable way of developing any economy. Any economy all over the world that has developed over the past years that we have studied have made deliberate policies to encourage businesses to come into their folds, have provided incentives for these businesses to come and do business.
All these sort of developments give me a sense that with every project, with every groundbreaking, with every idea that this administration is putting in place, it's really thinking about the impact it's going to have on the lives of citizens and residents in the States. But it's doing this in a sustainable way, not by creating jobs that are here today, gone tomorrow, but creating opportunities for the private sector to come in to create sustainable jobs that are going to be here today and here tomorrow.
Tangible benefits for Nasarawa State and for all.
These are testaments that the investment drive of the governor is translating intangible policies to tangible achievements. Nasarawa State is gearing up towards the visit of President Muhammadu Buhari. In this interview with TVC News, the chairman of the Central Working Committee And the Deputy Governor of the state, Emmanuel Akabe, speaks on the level of preparation. The impacts of this project to the people of Nasarawa State.
Like I mentioned, the substation in Akurba is a multi-billion naira project, like I mentioned, and a few of its kind in Nigeria. And you agree with me that having lived in Lafia for some time, you find that one of the problems you have in Lafia is that of energy, electricity. Everybody is suffering it, from the artisans right down to even the government offices and the rest of them. And many people have to depend on generator. You can imagine the guy running a salon and barbing salon, or the lady with a salon, or the mall grinds beans and stuff, having to be using generators and stuff for the businesses. If you have light at all, it's more like a candle. It's not even brighter than candlelight. With the station now in Akurba, you're going to have full light. You're not connected to a national grid, 330 kVA, and so the whole of Nasarawa is going to enjoy light like never before. So you can imagine the economic impact that to have on the people, and of course improving comfort and well-being. So that alone is a hit. And then, like I mentioned, the cargo airport. Nasarawa State is known to be an agrarian state, and the appellate of state of solid minerals. All this, you need to have some form of means to be able to move this, because we should be looking at exports, and therefore a cargo airport becomes relevant and important when it comes to issues of exporting commodities, and so the cargo airport becomes absolutely necessary for a state like Nasarawa State. Don't forget that even the Dangote sugar factory that we have here, from facts available to us, it starts full production by 2023, and over 30% of the sugar needs of this country will produce from there in our here, and so that we need to have a cargo terminal to help move these things, even not only out of the country, but even within the country. You need to move these things out quickly, and the solid minerals that are found everywhere in the States, you need to get investors to come in, and the investors coming in want to have easier means of coming in and going out. So the airport becomes very important to boost the economy of the state. And the bus terminuses, the two of them, like I mentioned, it's going to help in easing traffic. And not only that, there's one-stop shop. Just go there, one bus terminus, and you get your vehicle to go to anywhere you want to go to within the state and within the country. And so it's going to impact on the daily life of the people. It's going to impact on the economy of the people and the economy of the state, and also will improve on the ease of doing business in Nasarawa State. We're looking for people that can come in and do business with us, and so must make life a bit conducive for them when they come in. I believe that these are areas that we know that absolutely the people will benefit from.
All right, Excellency, is the state government considering declaring holidays for the people of the state?
We're in discussion on that, because hosting the #1 citizen of this country is not a main feat. And a lot of us have been seeing Mr. President on TV, only now is coming to us live, and everybody wants to come and see our president. He's a guy who is loved by everybody, from the common man on the streets to businessmen and the rest of it. So it's a day that people want to come out, and His Excellency, the Executive Governor, the appropriator, will make the pronouncement if we're going to have that as a public holiday. But of course, with the President in here, of course, movements and the rest of them will be restricted to some extent, because security is important. I must make sure that whoever comes in is safe and the place is secured for such a person, and for Mr. President as well. So at the appropriate time, I'm sure His Excellency will make a pronouncement if we're going to have a public holiday. holiday on that day or not. It's most likely that we may have a public holiday, but His Excellency will tell the world that's what we are planning to do and that whether we need to go to work or not.
All right, thank you very much, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, Dr. Emmanuel Akabe, for granting us audience. We wish you a successful presidential visit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.